In this video, we're going to look at the 3 ways that you can make sure that your stories are relevant. This is an incredibly important thing, mostly because it's one of the biggest barriers people have to telling stories, and you don't need that barrier. So, how do we make it relevant? Well, number one, you already know. Make a bridge that actually says, the reason I'm telling you this story is, and then obviously fulfill it. Now, that's the most obvious one. Here's the second one that I know you already know because it was the subject of last week's videos, 2 weeks ago's videos. You have to do your homework. You have to know the kinds of people you're dealing with. And I've put here the format picture, but you also need to know what they're interested in. I've talked before about the need to spend a day in the life. Know what they're actually doing. Find out what their problems and their desires are. And the more you know about that, the more your stories become relevant, because the reason I'm telling you this is very different if you know they're struggling with their mortgage. Then the reason I'm telling you this is because this is a way to self-actualization. It's a different reason again, that the reason I'm telling you this is because you need to grow up. These are all very, very different reasons I'm telling you this. They could, however, come from the same story. We'll see that in the next video. But so that's the second way to make sure that your stories are relevant. Know your audience, do your homework. And then the third one is really important. Keep it succinct. In order to do that, you have to have practiced it. When you tell me the story 3 or 4 times, you start to know what's relevant. And then when you use that story to illustrate one point, you can tell it succinctly, and the next time you add just a little bit of embroidery, succinct plus embroidery, because you know the reason you're telling it is totally different. You'll see why in a minute. So essentially, to keep stories relevant, you need to make sure you build a relevance frame. The reason I'm telling you this is because you need to know your audience, and you need to make sure you've practiced it, so when you tell those stories, they shine. Thank you. Look forward to seeing you in the next video, where I'm going to actually tell you a story, and then we're going to start playing with alternate endings. The reason I'm telling you this is, or is it? See you then.